What up? So, yeah, I know I'm breaking a little bit of that no contact in terms of no video, not no contact. I did it on Christmas, and I'm going to do it here on New Year. And it's New Year's Eve. And I just want to do like a quick little recap, because I know I'll watch this video. I might not watch any of the other ones, but I will watch this one when I look back. So Rodney, good fucking job, dude. 2025, it ends today. And there's so many times that I just wanted the fucking year to be over. There was more than just, I wish this day was over, or I wish this week would end, I wish this month would end. It was, I want this fucking year to be done. You know, and a lot of the time, like I always said that, I always used to say that when I was in my active addiction. And I like that I can say when I was in my active addiction. God, that's a good feeling to say that. I may have some other addictions that I'm in, you know, when it comes to like wanting relationships or searching or shopping or, you know, and plenty of bad behavior still going on with me. But I can say that I used to be in my active addiction, and that's a comforting, wonderful feeling. 2025, man. You got a new hobby, you know, the hiking and shit. You were able to connect with multiple people in recovery on those things. You were able to stay clean one day at a time, sober, you know, continuing that journey. You know, that I was able to say I haven't had a drink in 5 years this year. I had smoked pot in 5 years this year. I hadn't done anything other than for 5 years this year. I got in shape, started eating right, changed the dynamic in the house with the kids. There's so much that has gone on in this year, and I'm almost sad that it's going to be over. But I also know that 2025 is a season of life for me. You know, it had a lot of different seasons. Some of those seasons were named after people. Some of them were named after things, and others are places. But, you know, nothing stays the same. As much as I didn't want 2025 to end, I've had a lot of bad years, man. But this was one of my favorites. I don't like saying it's my favorite year ever, because there's some years, my kids being born, there's a couple years in there, you know, and me getting this job that I've been able to, you know, come September. Well, actually, you know, I hit a 15-year marker this year with doing what I do for a living this year. Next year, it'll be 25 years of doing the type of work that I do. I have a lot of faith in 2026. There's going to be times that I'm going to look at 2026 and say, fuck, man, I wish it was 2025 again. And there's going to be other times that I'm going to look back and say, how could anything compare to this? Because there was a lot of first time tries for me. And I was able to give myself little vacations throughout the year. I remember there were years that I look back and I was like, fuck, dude, it just felt like there was no break. There is a lot going on for me in 2025, but there's a lot that I was able to do. There's a lot of assets to this year. So, Rodney, as you move forward, look at this as a wonderful ending to a new beginning, like any season that comes across. Some seasons seem the same, but they're not. Nothing ever really is exactly the same. And you're doing amazing. You just got to keep going. 2026, you'll have multiple years recovery if you do this every single day like you've been doing, which is not get loaded, which is not turn to that. I heard a message before I did this where he was using the 1 day at a time reference to, instead of saying 1 day I will, say 1 day to like 2 day I am. And it's just a series of todays. It's just a series of todays. Today I'm not going to get loaded. Today I'm going to figure out my trash situation. Fuck, man, I forgot to take out I didn't take it out last night. I woke up, ran it out, but now I got to figure out the solution there. I hate when that happens, especially, right after Christmas. But I'll figure that out so it doesn't pile up too much. And I've got to make like $2,000 a day today. It's not like I got a week to do it. See how that works legally, right? We'll see how that works. I'm going to miss you, 2025. You are one of my favorites. Days, death, relationships, breakups. There's so much in 2025. It's crazy. But you'll watch this. You'll remember it. This video will be nostalgic for you, Rodney. Hopefully years from now, you'll be tripping, whatever it is, and you'll remind yourself, oh shit, I remember I used to do those videos. Let me check this one out. And it'll put you right back to how you feel today, which is absolutely 100% amazing with it. I mean, how much could I put myself through without using drugs in a year? It's all good stuff, man. Got my job, moved from my sober living home back to my house. Fucking had everything. It had everything. I didn't move back until February. So this year I moved, was living in another house, paying for both, not being able to afford either. Getting through that, those are in videos. I did this whole video thing and finished it. Well, clearly it's not done because I'm still doing them. But I did a whole 12 months every single day. I started my second book. I talked to a publisher to get see how that goes, my first book done. I worked through so much this year. And the whole point of this all is because I couldn't do any of that running dirty. I couldn't do any of it getting loaded. I was able to really appreciate the place I live in. There was a time I ran from this place thinking it was the worst. I just took the worst with me everywhere I went. Wherever we go, there we are, right? So, if anybody's watching this, there's assets, there's defects in a 365 day period. And if all you are seeing are the defects, try to dig out those assets. I find that I have more assets than defects for 2025. But 2024 was more defects than assets. The only asset really I had only a couple for 2024. I started that year off with like, okay, yeah, 24, it means, we only have 24 hours. Dude, that lasted like a week before I just was defeated again. Self-inflicted, of course. And I turned it over and turned it around. So this year might be, 2026 might be a lot of shit, it might not pan out. Like I might not get my book published. I may not get certain things, but as long as I stay clean and as long as I still continue to build this relationship I have with God and help others, I think it's going to work out just fine. And like if somebody is watching this, and I'm only going to talk for a couple more. If somebody is watching this and you're wondering, fuck man, how the hell do I get to a place where I can feel serene, where I can feel like I got a chance? If you just don't pick up, if you do the things that they say when you walk into those places where they talk about it, you just kind of listen to them, you do the steps and all that stuff. You help as many people as you can. You come in with a kind heart. Every time you go through something that, you have to overcome, you put that chain link that you build from it on your outside, not your heart. That's been kind of my thing. I'm not going to put a chain link, I'm not going to put a shield on my heart. I'll protect it, but I'll protect it so I can still have the heart that I have and not walk around jaded. I don't want to walk around jaded and clean. Like, fuck everybody. I'll just stay clean and fuck all them. I don't want to do that either. I won't say that about relationships, and I won't say that about people. And hopefully when I'm sitting on my deathbed and I'm looking back, I can say, I never did that. Like, I went through a lot more shit. It's crazy. It was whatever. I lost this. I lost that. Some of the shit was taken from me, but I didn't lose that. I didn't turn that cold. And that's it. Goodbye, 2025. I really, really am going to miss you, and I fucking loved all of it, even the end of it. As stressful as the end got. The holiday season, like just this winter season, winters are tough financially. But aside from the financial stuff, man, it's been magic. It really has. I didn't expect it to go down quite like this. I just expected it to be better. And it was better than better. And it can be for you too, whoever you are. You can make your 2026 one of your favorite years ever. If 2025 really just fucking sucked, you can make it. You can own it. You just got to find out what you like, what makes you feel like it's perfect. And I don't even know if I want to call it perfect, but it was better than I could ever imagined. And it was just my first year in it. So, yeah. That's all I got. Bye, 2025. And take care. You got this. You got this.